Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's time for another light novel review. Welcome once again. This is going to be on, hold on, pretty long name. My instant death ability is so overpowered, no one in this other world stands a chance against me. This is one of this month's, at least time of recording, June, that I received. This is from GNC, which is jnovel.club. This was sent to me by Yempress, but I guess now they are also producing these, I guess. Um, it's not from their yen on division, so just kind of clarify that up before anything. Now they are releasing also a manga, so here's volume one for that manga. You have the little alpha omega sign there, but anyways, same thing by GNC. So J Novel Company, or sorry, J Novel Club, is releasing these two. Not really sure how they connect, but oh well, they were sent to me, so here I am reviewing them. This is actually a pretty good series, to be honest, guys. I've read Act One and Act Two. There's three acts to this series, and 40 chapters in the entire first volume, which I'll explain how that is good. Now, before anything, guys, if you haven't done so, check out Yen Press, Yen on J Novel Club, and Easy Press, which are companies that are sending me stuff to review for you guys. This is one of them, obviously. There's lots more stuff to come in the future. So if you haven't checked out my videos, check them out. I have quite a bit of them. So thank you again for the love and support that you do show this channel. But do also support these companies because they're the ones that are legally bringing stuff to us here in the US. Also, if you don't mind, subscribe to my channel, comment, like, and share because that helps tremendously. And like I said, I have a lot of reviews, so this is not the only one. There's a lot more, so go check those out as well. Okay, so really good series. Didn't expect for me to like it because Overpowered character just sounds like typical Isekai. And there is a lot of typicalness to it, but I think the way that the character is built does a really good thing to the series itself. So Act One, Act Two, essentially we have this whole group show up in this other world, and this also OP character shows up and tells them that they're all candidates to be mages, or sorry, sages, and essentially they have to pick one person from their class, make them the strongest, and everyone else can basically work under them. And in this world, sages all basically rule the world. So they get their powers, so on and so forth. They quickly realize there's a few people who don't have powers, so they decide for mission number one to let them essentially be the bait for the dragon while everyone else escapes to the city. Here is kind of where the story really starts. We have two characters who die pretty quickly in the series. Um, then we have one character who is completely, you know, oblivious, and that is going to be this one, Yogri Takato, who is the guy here. Sorry, in the cover, completely knocked out, doesn't know much about it, and then the girl with him is the one that essentially is um, trying to protect him and herself from dying. Now he wakes up. For some reason, he has this feeling that he has power, and he does end up killing the dragon with the intent of killing him. He dies. Quickly finds out that both him and her don't have any powers that they showcase to anyone, but he does have two things. One, he can quickly find out if someone has the intent to kill him, and two, he can kill someone as long as he um, has the intent to do it. He kills them immediately. Doesn't really know how it happens. He just does. Different things happen in the first novel that builds these characters up, but essentially, classmates have been in this world before. That's clue number one, which is odd. There might be others, but he does kill some of his classmates because they basically try to rape the girl, which is completely out of the question. And he also is being threatened to be killed. So he ends up killing these people. They end up in a city. In the city, they find out more information. Uh, think one chapter concludes it all, and that is the worst people in this world are people that came from Japan. They're people that have gone crazy with power, and they just want to use and abuse their powers to the worst manner way. So that's basically anytime they meet someone that knows too much Japanese, it's not the best thing. I do get some information, and they go on this train to go look for their class, which I still don't know why they want to. Eventually, they find out that some of these powers that they're receiving also changes their chemical way of thinking and reacting, and that's not a good thing because they um, they start lusting more and more for power, and they forget and don't care about people dying or not, left and right. So it's kind of weird. Um, but anyways, they're still looking for their class. They end up, being attacked. One of the sages who are in train is fighting this robot dude. He ends up killing the sage because the sage is being an a-hole to him, and yeah, he tries to kill him for no reason. So he kills him, and that is where I left off in the light novel. I am reading. I'm going to read more of this because not really sure where the manga stops yet. I haven't really started the manga yet, but I will. Um, that is kind of like the end of Act Two. Act Three, I guess, is going to be them going on. There is three characters that fall into these first two acts, and they are well showcased in this cover, which is why kind of why I stopped there. That this is where the scene is at, is where I stopped. Is Yogiri Takuchuo, the guy who's basically an OP character, Tomochika Danura, who is the girl that he's protecting, really just because he's lusting over her, to be honest. And then she has a protecting spirit from our world who came with her, Moko Moko Danura, which is an old ancestor of hers. And we also know that this girl is should have good archery skills because her ancestor did. So we'll see if she really does. That in a nutshell is the first volume of the series. Very good series. Do highly recommend it. 40 chapters. Now, why is this a good thing? Well, there's chapters that are about 10 pages long, some are a little bit longer, some are even shorter. And the reason I say this is a good thing is because light novels are very well known for people to start reading and then they drop them because it's very hard to read one chapter at a time, two chapters at a time without spending too much time, especially people my age who don't really um, have extensive times in the day to just sit down and read. We have work, we have kids, we have house duties, we have duties for ourselves, and stuff like that. So, light novels like this, they're not hard to come by, but when they do come your way, it's stuff that you tend to gravitate because you're not spending 90 100 pages per chapter and trying to get to the end of the chapter so you can have a good spot to stop. I would read two or three chapters at a time, stop, read more, and so on and so forth, and it got me to a good point. So I think it's a great series, easy to read. It's better than I expected. I'd say this is a 7 out of 10 for sure. Go check it out. There is a link in the description below where you guys can buy cheap manga, light novels, and other stuff. So make sure you check them out as well. Thank you guys so much for your love and support. If you haven't done so by now, subscribe, comment, like, and share. Check out the J Novel Club, who is releasing this. I think it should be out by now, but if not, then wait for it to be out. Thank you again for love and support, and like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.